Hello everyone, this is Jordan the Tattooed Stitcher. I am back for my cross-stitching update. It's been 2 weeks since my last video, and as you can probably hear, I am sick again. And if the camera is weird, I cannot get it together today. I don't know what's going on. I can't get the positioning right. It's okay. We're just gonna go with it, but I'm sick again. Life is unfair. I'm really unlucky, or I need to get rid of my kids or something. But I have been sick for it's been over a week again with something. Oh, I'm so tired of being sick. So I've been depressed and sick the last over a week. I think it's been 2 weeks because I started getting sick the week that I filmed. So it's been almost 2 weeks. Garbage. Anyways, so I apologize for the throat clearing that you will hear and my awkward frog in the throat voice. I will try not to be too annoying. I didn't get tons of stitching done because of it, so hopefully the video won't be too long. So I'm just gonna dive right in. I don't have any finishes, so we'll just do my whips. And I don't know the order because I seriously can't remember. My memory, I need to start like playing brain games or something because my memory is garbage. I can't remember 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. But play like song lyrics from 2002 and I've got you. Selective memory, maybe. So, I know that I spent like a good 3 days on my round robin pinup girl. This is the last one. I showed you the fabric my last video, but I started it and finished it. So this is Bernadettes Fabric, and the one I did on her fabric was the popsicle girl. She is done. I think my name is not exactly perfect with the other names. Sorry, Berna. But there she is. She's really cute. And now we are totally done with this project, which feels really crazy because we've been working on it for like 7 months now. Yeah. So it's crazy that it's over, but I guess I do have a finish then. I just don't have my finish. I have someone else's finish. So I know I spent a good chunk of stitching time on that. And I need to get in the mail and send it off. And then I started a Valentine's small. Oh, and now my iPad's not going to want to work. Oh my gosh. It was called the Love Pillow from Sub Rosa. Oh, let me turn the brightness up. The Love Pillow. And I'm stitching this on a piece of 36 count aged paper from Color and Cotton. I'm using just 2 Color and Cottons from my stash. And so I got to here and realized that I missed like 2 sections here because there's supposed to be 2 more letters down here. So obviously a huge mistake. And then I got angry and irritated because I'd already frogged a big chunk of this and I'm off up here somewhere. So I got mad at it and I threw it and I haven't touched it since. And now Valentine's is over and the desire to stitch it has left me. So I'm not sure where we go from here with that one. My collar's really bothering me today. Okay, and then for the first Santa Sunday, I stitched on brain work. I stitched on my Winter Rose Manor from Blackbird Designs. I am stitching this on 40 count light nougat from XJU designs with the Vicki Clayton silks. And I have it in this bag that I was given from Bernadette for Christmas, a Sheba Designs bag. And I've been working on fill-in on this big giant house. So I just did more pink. And oh, and I did a few more windows too, I think. The pink is really hard for me to get through right now. Not that it's because it's pink, but it's just like daunting, the amount of pink fill-in, the amount of fill-in period is daunting. And so it kind of like makes my skin crawl to do too much of it. So it's just little bites at a time. And one day it will get done. I can't remember what else I was going to say there. My brain just shut down. Okay, and then for Sew to Stitch Saturday, for both Saturdays, I worked on my elf tree that I'm stitching with Bernadette, Burn Stitches, and I'm stitching this on 36 count Mesa from Picture This Plus. I don't have a cool board. The fabric that's pretty accurate. So I worked on this, what do you call that, deck in front of this little door. So yeah, I didn't get tons done on it. Saturdays are hard stitching days. I'm not sure why. We don't like have a lot going on, but the kids are home and and it just gets busy, and I just don't have too much time to stitch on Saturdays. Okay. And then, sorry, all my whips are kind of all over the place. Oh no. Okay, and then for Fall Friday, oh, and this is gonna be all, I pulled out my Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. And I'd also gone to my friend Amy, X Stitching and Adventures. I'd gone to her house to have a Galentine's stitching day. And I brought this project because it was just filling in the big house. Could just probably take it out of the hoop. So I finished this block. I got all the green filled in and I finished the house. And on the next Friday, I had started on this other block, which is a big apple tree and like a grassy hill and a sheep and some words. But this is what I've gotten finished in the last 2 weeks and what I stitched on at Amy's for Galentine's stitching. And then I had a Zoom call on this past Sunday with my Table 4 mates from Queen City, and we are stitching together Going to Grandma's House from Praiseworthy Stitches. Not everyone made it on the Zoom. It was me and Bernadette and Sarah, Memphis Sarah E, and which she's so great at organizing these Zooms. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't Zoom. But they're always so much fun. I'm so glad that she does. And then Denise, Black Ribbon Stitch Studio, popped in for a minute, but she has a tiny new grandbaby we got to see, and she was adorable. So Going to Grandma's, I worked on it during our Zoom Sunday, so I worked on it that Sunday. I wanted to get to the top of the house, and I made it, but what I didn't realize was all the stuff that goes between the two chunks here is blending filament, right, Krennic, and I don't have it. And I've been told that the blending filament is not fun to work with, so I might just swap it to a treasure braid or a Krennic. I need to look through my stash and see if I have some colors that will work. I just haven't yet, but so I worked on this. It's on a 36 count Milk and Honey, I think, from Fiber on a Whim. So I did more of this long roof line, and I did these wreaths and the columns and this whole roof line, and then got to the top on the Sunday. Okay. And then the whip I've been, let me get rid of my, I don't want to put it down really. The whip I've been working on the last couple of days because I've been naughty and I haven't done either of the Manor Mondays, the last 2 Mondays. Well, because the last Monday I didn't stitch at all. I don't think I stitched Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. The last week, or week before last week, I was just sick. I didn't feel good, so I didn't stitch like half the week. But the last few days, I've been working on my early days from Plum Street Samplers. I just had a desire to work on this one. It's being stitched on 40 count XJ Designs old sheep. So I had a bit more of this border done, and then I was going in and doing the brown in these, I think they're flowers. And I realized right here that I was off on the vine. So I was all the way out here. I had to pick it all out back to here because there's no fudging a 1-stitch border. It is 1 stitch. There's no working around it. You will be off the whole pattern. And this is the beginning. I can't be off on the whole pattern. So really annoying. I had to spend the whole day I spent stitching that. I had to stitch it all, unstitch it all. So I'm going to start doing every few of these little corners I do. I'm going to go in and do the brown just to make sure it's all staying on. So I don't have to do that again. So it is Tuesday. There's no scheduled like theme day, so I'll probably stitch on this again today. Tuesdays the days that I film, I don't get much stitching time because we have dance in the afternoon. I don't get home until dinner time. Then I'm doing dinner and school things and getting kids ready for the next day, and there's just not a lot of stitching time. So don't know how much I'll get done today, but that's what I'll probably work on. And that is all my whips and my projects that I worked on the last 2 weeks. And it was only 12 minutes. Dang, this is gonna be a short video. All day yesterday, almost all day yesterday, the whole first half of the day, I spent making project bags. I'm planning to bring bags to Stitch West in April, and I've been procrastinating getting them sewn. So I spent half the day making bags and getting zippers ordered. I was out of zippers, and oh my gosh, my iPad case is falling apart. Sorry. So bags were being made. Oh, that's the other thing I made. I was like, why did I not stitch it all? I forgot. I made a baby quilt last week with the charm packs that I showed you in one of my videos for my new nephew. The baby shower is next weekend, so I was really on a crunch, and I was hoping to have it back today, but they haven't called me yet, so I'm hoping in the next couple of days. I wanted to show it on a video before I gave it, and I guess I'm not going to be able to. So I'll have to insert like a little video when I get it. But so that took me a few days to put together, and then my normal long arm lady that I use had surgery, so she's not currently working on her long arm because it was shoulder surgery, and you know, you have to run those. So I was like kind of in a panic, not knowing what I'm gonna do with this. Like, I didn't want to tie it because the quilting just makes it so cute. So I found another quilt shop that's actually much closer to my house, and I brought it in on Friday, and they had told me it'll be done this week. They're really great, just a cute little older couple that does it out of their home, and they're even gonna bind it for me, which is the worst part of quilts. That's why this quilt right here is lingering, because I haven't finished the binding. I hate the binding. So the fact that they're gonna bind it's really exciting. But I'm really glad that that will be done in time for the shower. I was really worried that it would not be done in time. So yay for that. And let's see. Oh, I don't have very much haul. I got a neck light for the retreat. I have my big Voldigo, I don't know, daylight light, but it's not very tall. So when I had it at the table at the retreat, like, it wasn't even going over my fabric because it wasn't tall enough. Like, it needs to be like 3 inches taller. So a little frustrating because that light's pretty expensive. So if you're thinking of getting it, just know like that if you're using your Velky table stand, like it's not gonna go over the top. And the Velkies are not very tall. So something to consider before you purchase it. So I got a neck light to see if this would be more helpful to have for the retreat. And it was on a lightning deal. I think I paid like $18 for it. So hopefully that works out. And then, I didn't open this. I managed to get a piece of 40 count winter brew from R&R. I've never had an R&R fabric, but I know that winter brew is a really popular color from them. And it is really pretty. It's just like a nice tan, neutral, with very slight, it smells like coffee. So it must be coffee and tea dyed. It smells like coffee. So the Leela's Studio Autumn Quaker, this is the called for fabric, and it was really hard to get. Like it is hard to get. And so I saw that there was some on Hollis Hands Creates Etsy shop, and I grabbed a fat quarter. I don't know if I'll use it for the Autumn Quaker, because I also thought that it might be nice for Real Comfort, which is the Plum Street Samplers exclusive for some retreat this last fall. So I'm hoping that it gets released this coming fall to the general public. And I thought maybe I could use that for that project too. Okay, that's it for the stitching. I don't have any like specific plans or specific new starts I'm going to do. I will probably stitch on my lingering long dog sampler on the 29th for Leap Day. It's, I guess I'd pull it out. It's Quaker's Dozen. It's my only long dog whip, and you haven't seen it for a really, really long time. I'm stitching it on 40 count platinum Zweigart with a DMC, I think it's 9. And this is where it currently is. I've only got 2 pages left. I just got burnt out of it and I was like bored. So I haven't touched it for a really long time. But it's Leap Day, so I'm gonna pull it out for Leap Day and stitch on it. Probably only on Leap Day. And for how long, I'm not sure. So that's my only plan really. So we'll do a little bit of live stuff. I already told you I've been sick. Oh my gosh, sorry. Hopefully that's gonna be going away soon. I think I had a ear infection for a little bit, but I don't like going to the doctor, so I just think it's fine. It'll heal on its own. Let's see. As far as like baking things, I'm always baking a lot of things, but over the last 2 weeks I made a chocolate sheet cake with peanut butter icing. It's one of our favorite cakes. I don't make it that often because it calls for a pound of butter, and butter being the price that it is lately, I just avoid making too many things that call for a lot of butter. But it was so good, and my husband specially requested it. So and then one night for dinner I made French dip sandwiches, and I didn't have any like rolls for them, so I attempted making like little baguettes for it, and they were really good. They're not perfectly even. And some they were smaller than I thought they were going to be, but they were actually perfect size when you're actually eating them. And they turned out really good. They tasted really good. So I was happy with those. And I don't have any other pictures of baking things I did. On Valentine's Day, I made a heart-shaped pizza. And I don't think I made a dessert that night, because the kids had come home with like a bucket of candy each for their class parties. So we didn't need anything else. Let's see. Shows I've watched. So I'm still watching True Detective. A new episode is still being released every week. There's a new episode I still have to watch. It was released on Sunday. I don't know if that's the last episode. It's the 6th episode. It might be the last one, the finale. I think it is the finale. So I need to get down there and watch that. But I've been enjoying it. It's been really good. And there's so many questions that I'm hoping, it's the last episode, we'll get wrapped up and answers. I've been watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake City still. And now I've gotten my husband sucked into it. He pretends he doesn't like these shows, but then we get sucked into just trash TV and the drama. So I've been watching that still. I'm on season 2. I think there's only 4 seasons, but I am on season 2. And it's getting dramatic. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine living that way. Like, just so much drama in my life. I can't imagine it. So I watched it on TV because it's like a fantasy story. Not my fantasy, but... and then we watched the new... It's only been one part of the season of Love is Blind on Netflix. They only released 6 episodes. And we watched them all in one day. I think we watched Friday. Yeah, we watched them all day Friday. It's just entertainment. Pure entertainment. We've watched all the seasons every time they come out. So we're waiting for the next few episodes to drop. I think they come out, what's today, the 20th? They come out on the 23rd, I think. So we'll be finishing that, whatever episodes get put up. If they'll do they probably won't do the rest of them because I think they delay doing the weddings for a while. We've still been watching Game of Thrones. We're on season 5. This is like our 80th rewatch. It's a comfort show for us. We like to watch it in the winter too. I've still been watching Outlander on and off. I've been really skipping around in it too. I'd watched season 1, most of it. And then I jumped ahead to season 3 when Claire comes back. And then I've forgotten that, and then I went to season 5 because I'd only seen season 5 once. And then I'd forgotten that the second half of season 2 is amazing. How could I have missed it? So I went back to season 2 and watched the second half. And now I'm back to season 5. And I've never seen season 6 or 7. And I don't have stars. So I just stop at season 5. It's all right. I've read all the books. I know what happens. And I've heard that they changed so much in the last 2 seasons from the books. And some of the changes I've heard, I am not cool with. So I don't know if I'll ever watch them. We did watch Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was released on Peacock on the 16th, Friday. It took us two evenings to watch it. It's a 3-hour movie. And honestly, I feel like they could have cut out an hour of that. It was good. Like, it was very interesting. I didn't really know anything about the creation of the hydrogen bomb and what all went into it. And so it was really, really interesting. The acting was good. Cillian Murphy is fantastic. Florence Pugh is fantastic. I thought Emily Blunt did a good job. It was a heavy loaded cast. There was a lot of big name people in it. But it was kind of boring. You know, when you saw the previews of it, it looked way more suspenseful. Like, I don't know. And then it was just kind of slow. Really slow and really long. And I felt like they really could have cut a lot of stuff out and it would have still made perfect sense and been more engaging, I think. Personal opinions. Will I ever watch it again? Probably not. But I'm glad that I did watch it. So those are, I don't know, life really, there's nothing. It's crap weather, so I'm reaching the point of winter where I am so over it. I just want to be outside. I just want the kids to be outside. It's just torturous. Anyways, I thought that I would share some of the patterns that I'm going to order for Market because, you know, that being said about my personal beef with some of the designers' releases, there were so many good releases from other designers. And these are on my my hot list, the ones that I've got in my cart with Abby, Top Knot Stitcher, and I'm going to pre-order. The first one is Serenity Sampler from Teresa Kogut. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful sampler. I love the border with the berries, and the colors are just so calming. I love it. It's beautiful, beautiful sampler. I'm also going to order her Hello Spring book, obviously. Have to get Hello Spring. I love the cover photo, but I also love, there is a, I don't have a picture of it, but there's a bird on a basket with strawberries, and it's got like a little, like a little hat on. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. Also on my hot list that I'm going to order is the floral etchings from Heart and Hand? Yes. Floral etchings number 2. And I'm also going to get floral etchings number 1 because I think they would be beautiful framed next to each other. Also the Scenic Sampler from Heartstring Samplery. It looks so much like the Scary Sampler, but I love it so much more than the Scary Sampler. I love that tree with the swing. The border is amazing. That grass would probably kill me, though. It's not on my immediate to start, but it was my immediate to stash. And also the, what's it called? Animal Cracker Series Miss May. I love this pattern. It is, first of all, terrified. I would be terrified to cut this. To shape it into a bunny. Who knows if I'd ever do that part. But look at the little radish accessory. There's a squirrel too. And the squirrel is so cute. So those are my immediate to purchase market patterns. I know you can pre-order through so many shops. Top Knot Stitcher, Farm Girl Dry Goods. I'm blanking. There's somebody else. Any shop, I'm sure, of your choice will have the market releases. So that is all for me today. This is going to be a quick video. That is fine by me. It'll upload faster for you. So I will see you in 2 weeks, which will be the 2nd week of March. Yeah. And hopefully I'll have a little bit more to show. I struggled with stitching the last 2 weeks, but that's okay. Life. I hope that you enjoy your next 2 weeks of stitching and you get as much done as you want. And I hope the weather is really nice for you wherever it is. And just know that I'm here suffering in Idaho. Well, have a great day and I will see you next time. Bye.